Hi everyone and welcome to our market analysis videos here at Zenfinex. My name is Connor and I'm the senior market analyst at the company, providing to you daily videos on market commentary and educational content. For today's video I'm going to provide an updated Nasdaq video for the remainder of this year. To do this I'm going to analyse the fundamentals after yesterday's big news surrounding the Federal Reserve Chairman decision. Then I'm going to tie this all in with the technical analysis on the chart. This will hopefully give you an insight into what to expect for this bullish index in the next coming month. Enjoy. Okay, then looking at the Nasdaq fundamentals yesterday, traders saw plenty of volatility after the US President Joe Biden picked the current Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to lead the central bank for a second four-year term, instead of appointing the then current governor Lael Brainard. Brainard will be the vice chair, which is an upgrade from his governor position, and the initial reaction sent the Nasdaq really to a new all-time high, as Powell was generally seen as more dovish than Brainard. However, the market swiftly reacted to the downside as yields began to rise as a result. If I'm being honest, no matter who was appointed, interest rates are going to be hiked next year anyway, due to the red hot inflation readings. Therefore, the whole argument on who is more dovish and is Brainard more hawkish and is he turning, I think it was all irrelevant. I think the thought of the Nasdaq going to the moon just because Powell was nominated again was a classic retail trader mistake. However, Powell's nomination should be welcomed as a sign of continuity, and it's a sign that no big changes in the Federal Reserve will be coming, hopefully. This stability should keep the bulls interested here. Of course, the biggest threat to the stock markets and the Nasdaq right now is inflation, and I'm sure this is going to be mentioned in the Federal Reserve's meeting minutes at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Should the Fed acknowledge inflation is rising quicker than anticipated and change their timeline maybe to hiking interest rates sooner, this could spell trouble for the Nasdaq. However, it is more likely Powell and Co are going to remain calm during this, despite acknowledging inflation is rising quickly, and may even use the word transitory a couple of times. We've seen that before. Yes, it's getting to that time of the year where we start to talk potentially about the Santa Claus rally. The Santa Claus rally refers to the stock market rally in the last few weeks of December into the new year. I'll explain it in more detail as we get closer to the time, but just might be something to start having a look or thinking about. That's if you believe in it, of course. Let's take a look at the chart anyway and have a look at some key levels, because we're at a really interesting stage at the moment. Okay then, so on the chart for the Nasdaq, and we really are in such an interesting time, and I've kept some of my previous notes from a previous forecast in. This is roughly when we was at this dip here. I can just quickly show you where you can already see what happened. We was about here at the time, and I was talking about a more persistent inflation threat, and I was hoping we was going to fall potentially into this order block here, but I wasn't sure if we did have a bounce back, then buy the dip traders are going to come in no matter what kind of technical level is there. And I did say that if we did have two bullish candles on the Nasdaq, then we're probably going to look towards those highs at around 16,500. And as you can see, if I play through the chart now, it's exactly what happened. We had those two up days. That really strong candle was assigned to me for buy. Hi guys, thank you for listening to this video. Just really quickly wanted to touch on a really exciting offer we have on the website. It's a limited time offer, and if you head over to zenfinex.co.uk, you will see the offer in front of you straight away. And this is that you can trade Forex on a standard account with raw spread plus zero commission. And now Zenfinex is also an FCA and no dealing desk execution broker. If you are interested in this offer, you can get in touch with the team by clicking learn more, or you can simply go to open an account where you can start the application process. So I have my stop loss just below 16,000 and my take profit at the highs, which is a nice return on my trade as well. So when I zoom in on the chart now, you can see that, and I'll get rid of these drawings. We're going to keep that order block in there, and we're going to call this break of structure. So you can see the chart again, just like it does all the time, as dipped and then broke, and actually broke the structure high to the upside. Now we've actually got this really interesting spinning top, nice bearish sign here off the back of the announcement yesterday. And again, I think we are still having these more inflationary pressures that are creeping into the market. Is the market underestimating more hikes in 2022 than currently? I think it's about 2.5 hikes that are forecast for next year at the moment. So we're at an interesting level for the Nasdaq. Are we going to get a situation where we have a couple of down days, or should we say a wobble in the market? And then are we then going to get a typical bounce where we get retail money coming in and even institutional money coming in, basically any buy the dip traders piling into the market to push us all the way up to 17,000? It's very hard to tell at the moment. I'm going to stick with what's been good in this market the whole time. As you can see, any real wobble in the market has been treated with buying power. So unless we can close below, this is what I'm going to call the floor of the market. And the reason I'm going to call it the floor of the market is because if we do get a drop below this level, let me get rid of those arrows. If we were to get a fall below this level, this would indicate to me a break of structure. I'd be a buyer at our order block entry level around 15,600, but I would be wary. My take profits wouldn't actually be all the way up at the all-time highs. I'd probably use this order block here, which would be an order block if we break structure, up at around 16,500, just as a counter trend buying opportunity. If we can break below this order block level, if inflation persists throughout the early stages of next year, then my forecast for next year will be looking at sales down towards around 14,600, but that is absolutely miles away. I'm completely aware of the buying power that this market has. When it tends to drop, we tend to get these buy the dip traders, so we should play it that way until we see any differently. So I'm going to let the market speak for itself at the moment. We've got this candle which is on the downside at the moment. I'll be waiting for next week to see if we can have a couple of candles that close in the green like we had here, as a sign that the buy the dip traders are back into the market, and I'll be targeting the highs at 16,700. Alternatively, we break structure to the downside, we trade into our order block level, maybe even get a test of the 50-day moving average. Again, I'll be a buyer from there. Not targeting the highs, but maybe the order block around 16,500. That's really the play for me for the Nasdaq. I am wary of the inflation risks that are coming in, but at the same time, it's always good to get on any sort of dip we have in the Nasdaq. It's paid dividends throughout the years, and it's going to hopefully pay dividends out again. So that's it for the Nasdaq, everyone. I hope everyone's enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you a forecast. Really, it's the case of rinse and repeat in the Nasdaq. We're in that stage now where we're starting to dip. Will we get a wobble? Will we get a break of structure to the downside, i.e. a wobble and bounce, or a break of structure to the downside? Then we can look to sell further. I'm going to let the market speak for itself over the next couple of days. Are we going to get a fall and then leading into the Santa Claus rally at the end of next month? Potentially, that could be the play. I'll give an update on my Nasdaq forecast anyway, but for now, let's let the market speak for itself. Let's see if we can get a bounce off of this drop, so we can pile in like I'm sure everyone else might do as well. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Drop any comments in on the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. That would be really great if you could do that. The subscribers are growing nicely. I think everyone's enjoying the content, which is great. And yeah, let me know your opinion on the Nasdaq as well for the next month. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great trading day. I'll catch you all for the next forecast video, which is going to be tomorrow. Take care.